I don't know how long this video will last because, you know, I feel like my stuff should be full and I shouldn't be able to make it, but usually it's when I say something that's some sort of like legal evidence against some seriously fraudulent weirdo that's hacking my shit that they shut it off. Like, you know what I mean? When I'm recording and I say something that's going to cause this whole situation to overturn and for the intention behind their lies to be exposed, such as their greed, that it'll just shut off. Anyways, then I had some wine and my daughter bought a set of these tips and stuff. And like, when it was career related, I wore like fake nails back in college and stuff because I was a cosmetics and fragrance rep. And never like this long. I think like one time I tried to get them this long and I couldn't wipe myself. So, but like, so anyways, we were drinking wine and I'm like, fuck it. And I liked the like color of these. They're like rose gold. I wrote a song about rose gold. Anyways, they're ridiculous. Okay, first of all, I'm kind of opposed to putting just plastic on your body in general. I find it very country crack, if you know what I'm saying. Like I remember when I was doing a lot of like jewelry wrapping, because you wrap with the side of your fingers, like it was kind of nice. I was able to like pick beads out of a tray because I have to like organize all my beads. Jewelry is like a very messy endeavor. You have to like have a very organized system, like lots of containers. But I remember I was able to like pick beads about a tray, like it was like those crane games. But that's probably the most useful thing I have ever found these for. They're ridiculous. I like to work with my hands and I would just rather work hard, and I'm not a nail wearer. Plus, like when I stopped, it was when like my Thai nail tech was out of town, so I went to the mall and then I came back and like very shortly thereafter I had like all these like warts in all my nail beds. Like she used the same file or something. This was in like 96, 97, something like that. So but I took a bunch of coral calcium and spirulina algae. Coral calcium that was like environmentally sourced, like basically like from the shore, not farmed. And yeah, that's like my biggest problem with these is like if they were like dissolvable or something. So I'm just kind of opposed to just like the whole trend of putting anything plastic in or on your body. That's why I don't have fake lashes. And rarely wear makeup. But it's really like just like I don't know, like I was telling my friend I saw her, so I was like, I just feel like I see him up a poor turtle's nose, you know what I mean? That's my other problem with these. The worst is vaping. I tried to imagine the mound of like vape waste. So bad. I saved a bunch once I remember to make like a floaty bridge for my cocktail. But then my cocktails were killed by BMW with my phone plugged in right next to him. I had seizures right in front of my face. It was weird. They were trying to take me out, so the death hex spells weren't working on me, but they were working on my birds. So I have to cut these. I managed to get through one day. This is funny. They should do like, I mean, they're useless. It's like, if I was a dude, I would never marry a chick that wears these. I would find that woman to be useless. I don't know. I mean, there's so many things you can't do. I have like a child safety like door, and like it's hard to even open the door. It's just ridiculous. I was having to use like my two knuckles pushed really hard and tried to open the door. And it got black all over me because we had to like duct tape the thing closed because he was able to pull it apart and take it off. I'm itching this like spot in the middle of my hand that itches. There's like a spot in the middle of my hand that itches because it's like, I don't know, all my little nanos get stuck there or something. It's so itchy right there. It has been. So itchy. Right in the middle. There's some like major nerve right there. Right there. Anyways, I'm gonna cut these suckers off. But it would be funny to have like a show, like they should like have a show where they like put these on dudes and like try to have them do their jobs, like that are like physically related, like construction or something. That's the biggest reason that I don't love these. I mean, like for like reading cards, like I was like, yeah, I'm posting my cards out and did a reading right away. It's kind of fun. I'd rather be like doing hard manual labor, like gardening for one. And the biggest reason that, and so when I did use these professionally back in the mid to late 90s, they were quite a bit shorter. I did the like square French tip with like rounded edges, and it was just because people saw my hands a lot as I was putting makeup on, and you know, it was kind of good to have like, I don't know, a very like cleaned up professional sort of like look going on with my hands and stuff. Anyways, they're fun. I like them. They're just pointless and useless, and I don't know that they're good for the environment. It'd be kind of cool to invent some that were dissolvable, but I feel like it's like the gel on these that has to be like super duper hard that, you know, causes them like they're where they couldn't like melt or dissolve back into the earth or ocean or whatever. But so anyways, I'm getting rid of these suckers. I mean, yeah, they're kind of pretty and everything, but they're pretty pointless. We just needed a night to just like do something fun, and we drank a couple bottles of wine and put on nails. It's actually kind of cool because the like glitter is reflective on them, and they remind me of like this color scheme especially reminds me of tights with like that, you know, those tights that are just have that little bit of sparkly shimmer. Anyways, it definitely changed my last day, and it would be a pretty funny like challenge, senior challenge. Put as long as you can make them nails on like the dudes and see what they can do, the football players. Speaking of football players, the main reason that I was to make this video was because I had the craziest dream this morning. Sometimes I make it a point to do stuff that blocks the dream stealer from stealing my dreams, because I've hardly been able to remember dreams at all, ever. Like once or twice a year, and usually not the full one, just the very end of it when I wake up. It's been over 10 years, although it's been going on longer than that, but it's been severe for like a little over 10 years that I cannot remember any dreams. Well, this morning, I was remembering a dream that was really crazy, and I have to like document it, and I don't feel like writing it. I can't write with these. Just kidding. You can actually write with them. So, yeah. Again, like I said, if I was a dude, I don't think I would choose a woman that early. I'd be like, what can she do? I want a real woman that can like do construction and stuff like that. They are kind of pretty, but I'm gonna cut them down as soon as I'm done with this. My dream. So I don't know. There was actually an actor in my dream, and I tried to like look up boys that play or actors that play frat boys to see what this guy's name is. I feel like he's shorter. He kind of looks like my family. He kind of acts like my cousins on my mom's side, like just has that sort of personality. I feel like he's played like the like class clown type in like frat boy movies, but I was unable to find him. I feel like he's like could be slightly downsy looking when he has like a big cheesy smile. Um, but he looks like he should be related or something. Anyways, he was in my dream. And so from what I remember my dream, and I like to document them, but I might as well share them for the 4 or 5 creepers that watch my stuff. Because they know that they're going to be convicted of their crimes because of what I know and what I'm being told and what is happening. They have to return what they've stolen from me, because they just did it out of sheer greed and used some really crappy excuses and ruined someone's life to do that, just to get extra money when they had money to start out with. They just weren't wise with it. They've never been wise with it, you know? And that's why it was left for me in the first place. So, the dream. So it was like, I was at a ginormous mall. Like, this was like more ginormous than like usually any mall in a big city. Like, it was like a mall of shoe stores only. Like, it was like manufacturing factories. But like each factory for each brand of shoe store had like multiple rooms and floors. Like, it was a mall, mega mall full of shoe stores. And it was weird because SAS shoes, San Antonio shoes, which I want some sandals from, was like the place I was working. And it was weird because it was like the main founder or like owner died or something. And so these like 2 bratty frat boys, I feel like one must have been like the one I'm thinking about, and I don't know what his name is. Must have been like the grandson of like the original founder, and I don't really know any much about the history of SAS shoes. Also, so the only other brand, even though there was lots of shoes everywhere, the only other brand of shoes I came up with Subo, because I used to like Subo shoes. I like that they're as close to just like wearing no shoe as possible. Like, keeps like the natural formation arch of your feet, and plus they always had really good style. And they're Japanese shoes. By the way, I saw Made in Japan following me on here. Hi. So anyways, I'm working it. So the weirdest thing about, and I don't know if anyone studied about like dreams that would actually watch this. I went to work with no shirt on at all whatsoever. Just fully like titties hanging out for my first day of work. It was weird. It was like I went to work really early in the morning. It was just me and these 2 boys. And so it was like, okay then. It was like appropriate. But then like later on, and so I don't remember, like, I wish I could remember like the words and the details. Maybe when I get to like being able to remember my dreams more, I'll be able to start, getting to like remember like the words and the phrases and like the script of the whole dream or the plot of it or whatever. All I remember is that there was like a main job opening up, and it was like there was some sort of turn events at like lunch break. Like, I got lost, and when I came back, and I think it was done on purpose, they were like messing with me. These kids were messing with me. I do remember that. But when I came back, there was like a chick trying to take my place, and she had a child like stuck in a playpen. But it was weird. There was like a field inside the mall. She had the kid over in on the field, just like being neglected. And I remember that I went and hung out with the kid. And so I got lost, and it took me a while to find the factory again. Or did I get lost later on? I don't know. I got lost. Those that steal my dreams probably know. Maybe they weren't able to get my dream this morning. That's why I remembered it. But I remember I like hung out with the kid and tried to take care of the kid until I saw the kid's mom was basically trying to take my like design job. I guess it was like going for like the main designer of the shoe company position. So it was like when she she was like trying to like take my spot that was meant for me. And then there was something about they were just really making fun of me like I was special. And yeah, I didn't wear like, I was like naked on top. I didn't wear a shirt at all or bra or anything to work. So that must be significant in some way. So it became highly inappropriate. And like I discovered, like I didn't realize I was just like working like with just my boobies hanging out. Like for the whole first half of the day. But then it was like I got lost and there was people everywhere. All of a sudden it was like the mall opened or whatever. And then that's when I noticed that. I do remember I went to a theater and I was trying to find my way back, and I remember there was a theater and somebody saw me and they were like, oh, and then they like called security or something. I ran, and then I ran. That was when I ran past the Subo shoe factory. But then I finally found the door to the parking lot where I was parked. And I was super relieved because I knew I had a shirt in the back of my car, and that I could put my shirt on and return back to the original shoe company where I was hired and get my job back. Sort of a thing. So anyways, I'm gonna get rid of these silly nails. Usually like they're so uncomfortable. Like the last time I put them on, which is like I haven't worn these since the 90s. The last time I put those silly blue ones on, like we went out of town and I was just like waiting for us to leave. I thought we were leaving much earlier. We were going to our coffee distributors, and so I like cut them off. They like made a compliment that they were nice and fancy, and I was like, I hate them. I think they're ghetto. I was just bored. Wanted to see if I could do it, you know. They were uncomfortable. They were really uncomfortable for me that evening, and no, that night I had to like literally cut them off. Like I couldn't sleep. They were just bugging me so bad. They bugged me. They bugged me having them on. So I'm like super surprised I was actually able to get through. Well, I like my plan was like I was like if I drink wine and then I fall asleep, you know, kind of drunk, then I won't notice how uncomfortable they are and I'll sleep through the night. And then I was able to get through a whole day yesterday with only a few things that I can't do. But the other reason that I didn't like wearing them is because I really like don't like having dirt under my nails. Like I feel like they're unhygienic and not clean, and especially in the regards to the bathroom thing, you can't like wipe yourself well enough with them. Like, you know, they do that side wipe, but it's like it's not the same. It's not as clean. So it was like a hygienic reason that I got rid of them. But anyways, it was a really crazy dream. And I don't know if there's anything significant to it at all. I need a pair of sandals for the summer. All right, I got a text. I gotta go. Bye. It didn't get shut off. So hi, hacker. Hi. How are you?